You know, catching bass in crystal clear water when they're on the beds can be really, really tough. In this episode, I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks on how to catch bass when they're on the beds in crystal clear water. Stay tuned.
Shane Flynn Outdoors, brought to you by Omnia Fishing. Experience the most personalized tackle shopping on earth. And MMA Fishing, fight the bite. Also by Bent Rod Fishing. Get bent, stay bent.
What a big girl! Alright, little guy. Little fatty. Oh, my worm got away. Can you get it? No. The first little fatty of the day. Look at that little fat thing there. Just loaded with eggs. Probably back there fixing to make a nest. Got her way back there. Just doing a little finesse fishing today. Seeing if we can catch. Let me show you what I'm fishing with today. Fishing with a Zoom trick worm, 6-inch. I just inserted a piece of nail weight right there in the middle. I got a 2-aught true turn red hook, and I'm just wacky rigging this. The bass are up in the shallows, and I'm just back here, back of these coves, picking them off. See if we can get a big one.
So one of the first tips I'll throw out here is utilizing the shade around the banks. When the bass are spawning, they don't mind spawning in the sunlight, no doubt, but they also like being in the shade. And if you get back in the shaded area and you're protected and they can't see you because of the shaded area, you have a good chance of picking them up in the shaded area in that crystal clear water, just like we do right here.
Nice one. Come on in here, you got my worm too. You'll be out of worms if I do a worm of fish. Nice 14-incher. 14, 15-incher. Thank you, mister. There's a big old carp right there. I'm sure you can see him on the camera. See a big old bass. He's coming to get my worm. No, he's not. He's seen me. That's the first time I've seen a bass see me and turn away for a while. Just a little bit of wind chop to hide you from the bass, because I can see. I'm sitting in 8, almost 9 foot of water. I can see the bottom here, and that bass is still right there. So you need a little bit of wind chop help. Buddy. Another 2-pounder. Waiting for that tip tap. Yeah, you know, 14-incher. Pounder, pound and a quarter.
So obviously I found some banks with some wind chop on there to help hide me from the bass, this crystal clear water. Now the water, like I said, I can see about 8 or 9 foot deep. And the bass, you know, they were spawning in 2 to 3 foot deep on this bank. And as you can see, I'm catching them left and right, you know, but they're only about 2 pounds. On down this bank, I probably catch 20 bass, about the same size, all in that 1.5 to 2 pound range. They're all chunky little fat females, but where are the big girls at? So that's the thing that I was thinking about as I'm going down this bank, and literally I just keep catching fish after fish after fish. The other thing to think about when you're in these clear water lakes is the bass have a tendency to spawn where the water stabilizes out at the temperature they want to spawn at. So if it's 65 degrees or 67 degrees, if the water temperature is 67 degrees at 6 foot deep or 7 foot deep, the bigger bass may spawn in the deeper areas. So the things that I started taking note of when I was catching all these 2 pounders is one, they're in 2 to 3 feet. The other thing I noticed was just about every one of these fish was on a nest that they had built next to some type of cover, a stump, a stick, or some type of object under the water that I could focus in on. So after I went down the bank and caught all these fish, I decided it was time to make a move to another type of bank where I had a little bit of wind chop and I could make some long casts and get down into that 5 to 7 foot of water to see if that made any difference on catching bigger bass. So immediately I moved over into another area that had a lot of sticks and stumps in it and started fishing right in that 5 to 7 foot of water, looking for objects that the bass could spawn around, and it didn't take long till I started finding bigger fish.
There we go. That's a good one. Come on. Oh, probably should get the net. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. She's spawning down 5 feet. Yeah, about a 4 pounder, give or take. There you go. Nice 4 pounder. See how fat she is? She hasn't spawned out yet. She's done about 5 feet. The bigger bass are down about 5 feet. But nice bass. Caught her down there on the sticks. Looks like she's making a nest. See, her tail's not messed up or anything, so she's probably in another bed that another bass has made. But nice 4 pounder. Whoa, what a big jumper that was. Let's see. If we can get her in the net. It jumped in the net. Definitely a big jumper right there. That's another nice 4 pounder. Get you out, baby. I don't like you flopping around on the ground there. Oh yeah. Maybe not. Right at 4 probably. Yeah, she was hooked good. Nice 4 pounder, another one. And she jumped. That's the highest I've seen one jump in a long time. I mean, he's jumped 3 or 4 foot out of the water. Nice 4 pounder. Looks like she's got a little eating on her tail. She's about.
You know, all in all, it was a great day of fishing out on the water. Learned a lot of information, though, about fishing for spawning bass in crystal clear water. First, you need a little bit of wind chop to help hide you from the bass, especially when they're really shallow. That little wind chop helps your success rate of hookup. Second, don't be afraid to move out into deeper water to catch larger bass. As you've seen in this episode, the 2 pounders were spawning in 2 to 3 foot of water around stumps and sticks, and when I moved out to that 5 to 7 foot of water, I caught larger bass because the temperature had stabilized out about 68 degrees. And hey, have a good finesse worm, like the Zoom Trick worm, handy to catch those finicky bass when they're on the nest. Well, hey, everybody, thanks for stopping by, and until next time, tight lines and good luck fishing.